Many people in the music industry are reflecting today after learning of the death of Robbie Robertson, the influential musician, songwriter, and former member of the supergroup called The Band. He died yesterday at the age of 80. He's being remembered as a musician whose influence went far beyond music, especially for young Indigenous people. Al Sweeney is covering the story and joins us live with the details. Al.
Hi, Taz. Robertson's mother was from Six Nations, and he spent a lot of time there when he was younger and formed lasting connections. And people on the reserve say he became a role model, showing young Indigenous people what they could accomplish.
This is Indian country. This is Indian country.
Later in his career, Robbie Robertson came to express his Indigenous heritage in his music. The Woodland Cultural Centre still treasures the original handwritten lyrics of his song Stomp Dance Unity.
He was so proud to be a Haudenosaunee.
Former Six Nations chief Ava Hill says Robertson left a lasting legacy for people on the reserve, even as their families struggle to overcome the history of residential schools.
Encourage other young Indigenous people you can be whatever you want. And I think that's what we all want to do. We're standing by this school that created so much trauma for our people, intergenerational trauma that we're still dealing with. And we need to break that cycle. And I think he's helped doing that by saying, we're proud people.
What key is it in, Robbie?
Robertson's influence reached throughout popular music, like this recording with former Beatle Ringo Starr and others. Music expert Eric Appler says Robertson's Indigenous background helped shape his music.
He saw his community sing and dance and perform music and talk about stories and talk about their community, bringing down oral traditions about their history into songs.
In turn, he says Robertson's influence changed music.
They mixed rock and country and folk and gospel and R&B music into a brand new style of music that's known as alt country or alt folk, influencing everybody from the Beatles with their last couple of albums.
And even Taylor Swift. And an unexpected part of Robertson's legacy is felt in this multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art recording studio and audio engineering school on the Six Nations Reserve with a range of clients.
Alexis on Fire, City in Color, 3 Days Grace, July Talk.
Darren Magorowski sees Robertson's influence on some of the young musicians who record here.
This local kid who went to be, a musical icon, other kids that grew up out here also saw that, saying, hey, he's from here, like, I can do this too, you know what I mean? I'm Indigenous, he's part Indigenous, look at this, like, you know what I mean? Anything's possible.
And people on Six Nations say Robertson's legacy is going to continue. He was honorary co-chair of the Woodland Cultural Centre and expressed continued support for his work to strengthen Indigenous culture.